Yo, what up? It's your brother. And hopefully your friend, Big Hill. Kwesi in the building. Pro-black consciousness. Black African power. Each one teach one. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, I'm gonna make this video right quick because I made a post this morning, man. I want to call this, it's hard for me to get away from Rod's rhetoric because when I go in like this, that's all it is, it's just some rhetoric. But like I said in one of my previous videos that, you know, I was listening to our brother Kamini Kaba, Booker T. Coleman, and he gave the history on that word rhetoric. You know, as I explained it in my last video, and he said, you know, the Greeks came up with that word, rhetoric. And to them, it was an offensive word. And he made the analogy that rhetoric is similar to what you see brothers doing on the corner, you know, when we just hanging out, you know, just bullshit. Basically, he said that's what it means, it's bullshit. So, for the last longest, whenever I label my videos, I just call it Rod's rhetoric, right? Hard for me to get away from that because I don't really be considering what I talk about is bullshit. If it is, I'll let you know when I finish, oh, I'm just bullshit. But anyway, man, I made a post this morning, man. You know, the latest news is about, you know, a lot of stuff going on, but when I woke up to the headlines, it was about, you know, an angry white male that took his automatic rifle in Alexandria when it shot up the damn Republicans and shit, right? So I made a post, and do I feel any kind of sadness and remorse about that? I'm like, nah, hell no, I don't. You know what I'm saying? Because, and then, you know, somebody inboxed me and wanted to basically say that I was wrong and heartless for saying something like that. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't heard them say that the Republicans is wrong and heartless for the shit that they doing to the American people. I mean, you know, they basically fucking over them. I mean, Donald Trump and the Republican Party is basically fucking over the American people, man. And I'm gonna try not to be real vulgar as I get into this video right here. But if you look at the moves that they're making, the American public, their very constituents that put them in office, they just screwing over. You know what I'm saying? Taking $9 billion away from the school, taking away health care, and various other things that they're doing. And now these white folks are angry. You know what I'm saying? Dude probably couldn't get his medication that he could get up under Obamacare, and sat back and said, who's the cause of this? The Republican, when they got his rifle and shot them up. Do I feel bad about it? No, I don't, man. Because when you fuck over people like that, you get whatever coming your way. You know, you get what you deserve. And there's no way, as a middle-aged black man in America, that I can have any remorse about a government that's being harmed or whatever, that historically oppressed and damaged my people. And I'm supposed to sit back and weep and cry? No, I can't. You know what I'm saying? I can't do that. So, yeah, that was one of the things I wanted to talk about, man. And another one was, and this is a short video, man. It's not going to be real long. And another one was about something that I had talked about previously in one of my videos. It was about health. You know, because health and wellness is starting to become real important to me, right? Because I'm 51 years old and I've managed to live my life 51 years without any serious medical problems, health problems. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I've had plenty of injuries. I've had, you know, injuries, but I'm talking about diseases, diseases, you know, and things like that. So now that I'm in my 50s, I know that it's imperative for me that if I want to continue to live without these ailments, to focus more on health, diet, and exercise. know, I already shared with y'all about how, you know, back in November, I went to take my blood pressure and it was extremely high. And then, you know, when I take these DOT physicals, you know, when I change jobs, I have changed jobs twice since then. And both times I took DOT physicals. And I knew my blood pressure was high because it's been high for a couple of years. I just never really, I never took it seriously. You know, my mind was like, it'll go down, or, you know, I'll be all right, you know, just kind of blowing it off. But every time I go take one of these physicals, they tell me, well, if you want to pass this physical, the next time you come in, you're going to have to bring a note from your doctor saying you went and took some blood. And they was always telling me to go take blood pressure medicine. And I refuse to use pharmaceuticals because I know there are other healthcare alternatives other than running to a doctor taking medicine, popping pills and narcotics and shit because of the effects that these things give you. You know, I've seen the horror stories, man. I've done the research on some of these pills they give you. And I know that there's other ways, man, that you can overcome whatever ailment that you have. And I know how the pharmaceutical industry and the medical industry is linked together. You know, a lot of medical research, biggest funding comes from the pharmaceutical industry. They like, yo, when you diagnose this condition, we have a pill for it already. So when they diagnose it, send them to get this pill. So, man, me knowing all this, I'm like, nah, man, I'm not getting ready to be a 50 in my 50s and then got to take a slew of medications. Why? Because I don't have enough wherewithal and self-discipline to change my lifestyle, to make some lifestyle changes. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I done. I made some lifestyle changes, man. And in 6 months' time, I was able to get my blood pressure down. I shared that with y'all. So now, you know, as I look around at my people, you know, we suffering, man. We suffering from a lot of stuff. You know, the main culprits is diabetes, heart disease, and hypertension. These are the main culprits that's killing us as a people. You know, brothers stroking out in their 50s, you know what I mean? People catching heart attacks. I mean, tomorrow ain't promised to none of us, right? But I'm a firm believer in the old adage that an ounce of prevention is better than a pound of cure. You know, like if somebody over there, man, like, yo, man, you got something wrong with you, man? I got about 4 pounds of cure over here. And I'm like, nah, bro, I got an ounce of prevention, man. But this 4 pounds of cure is better than that ounce of prevention. I'm like, nah, if I use this ounce of prevention, I won't need that 4 pounds of cure over there, nah. That's like the bird in the hand be 2 in the bush. I got a bird in the hand. Somebody tell me, yo, it's 2 in the bush, better than that 1 in the hand. I set the one down that I got in my hand, it fly away, and I'm in the bush trying to get 2 that I ain't got my hands on. They fly away too. Now I'm sitting there, I don't have not one bird. You know, and I said all that to say, man, is that I want to encourage all of us, man, to be, especially if you done reached the middle age, and even if you have conditions like hypertension, diabetes, do some research into herbal cures and start taking these herbs. And I guarantee you, when you start taking these herbs, it's going to help the condition. And then you'll be able to wean yourself off the medicines. You know, get up off your ass and go work out once a week. I'm a truck driver and I still manage, you know, I joined Planet Fitness, so I still go and work out once a week. Sometimes I might do it twice a week. But usually when I go so hard on Saturday, you know, I go for a grueling 2 or 3 hour workout, full body workout, weights, cardio, the whole 9. So usually by Saturday, man, I'm wore out, I'm tired. I have to get my body don't, you know what I'm saying, recover as quick as it did 20 or 30 years ago. Hell, I'm 50 years old, I'm 51 years old. You know what I'm saying? But usually that workout, man, it does me good. It does my body good because I'm able to go and sweat out a lot of the toxins and all this other poisons that's in my body. You know, I'm able to sweat it out. and then strengthen my body in the process. So I'm figuring, man, you know, as a truck driver, so the other part that I'm trying to focus on, man, is my diet. You know, watch what I stick in my mouth, all this stuff that I say I like. You know, even though I've tried to just quit, and I see that that's more difficult, I'm like, well, wean yourself off of it, bro. Just because you can't quit cold turkey don't mean that you stop trying. It just means that you have to try harder, man, to overcome these, because these foods that they call food, they are really drugs. You know, if you read Dr. Laila Africa's work, African Holistic Health, he explains clearly that a lot of what they call food is drugs today. Drugs masquerading as food. You know what I'm saying? So we eat these foods on a regular basis, and we become addicted to them, especially the sugar. See, that's my biggest culprit now. You know, I can't keep my damn hands off them damn Nutty Buddy bars and damn cookies and shit. You know, I gotta go get me a pack of cookies and, you know, I gotta eat me some ice cream every now and then, you know. So I'm trying, you know, I'm trying to work myself to where eventually I have to let this stuff go because I know it's not good for me. And I'm also a believer in everything in moderation. You know, ain't nothing wrong with, man, getting you a little dose of sugar every now and then. But when you talk about eating this stuff every day, and every time you turn around, you got zooms and whams and shit putting them in your mouth, and then wonder why you got high blood pressure. You eat church's chicken and shit every day. You run into one of these fast food joints every day. You know what I'm saying? And wonder why you got high blood pressure. Wonder why your health is bad. So, you know, as I continue to ramble on through this, man, I'm just trying to encourage us, man, to do better, man, because black folk are dying. And we're dying just simply because we don't want to make the changes in our own individual and personal lives. We don't want to make those lifestyle changes, man, that's going to keep us living longer and put us in better health. So I just want to encourage us, man, we're going to have to do better. You know, especially if you 40 and 50 years old. If you're in your 40s and 50s. Now, if you're in your 20s and 30s, man, you know, when I was in my 20s and 30s, I wasn't thinking about no damn health. Hell, I was cock strong. I felt like, hell, I'm going to live forever. Wasn't thinking about it. You know what I'm saying? Drinking, getting high, smoking cigarettes, all the whole nine. You know, I'm doing all that shit. And I wasn't thinking about trying to live healthy. Even where the party at? What's cracking? You know what I'm talking about? That's where I was. So I understand young people, you know what I'm saying, when they don't really care about health, but what they have to understand is that what you're forging, if you look at what you're putting into your body, you run around eating junk food all the time, you killing your lungs with cigarettes, you killing your liver with alcohol. You know what I'm saying? You doing all these things that's not conducive to longevity. And then when you finally reach your 40s, you're in bad health. You know what I'm saying? You go to the doctor and he start telling you, yo, you better put some of that swine down. You better take some of that damn salt out your diet. You better go exercise a little bit more. Take a walk. Why? Because you done abused yourself for 10 or 15 years. See, that's what happened to me. That's how I got hypertension. Over a 6-year period, as I was explaining to y'all, I was working a job that required me staying up all night. And then, you know, sometime during the week I worked through the day, which constantly kept my body rhythm, my circadian rhythm off. So that means that when it's time for me to work, my brain is secreting melatonin telling me it's time to go to sleep. So now I'm drinking this high caffeinated coffee, drinking energy drinks, trying to stay awake. Eating big old apple fritters because I have to have a donut or something with my coffee. And I've done this on a daily basis for like 6 years, and then 6 years later, my blood pressure is off the damn charts, you know what I mean? So what I did, I just simply, man, reversed. I started doing the opposite of what gave me that condition, and it worked. So what I'm telling y'all, man, is start researching herbs, man. Start go buy some literature. Dr. Laila Africa's book, African Holistic Health, is a good one. If you don't want that one, man, just go to any bookstore and educate yourself on herbs and the things that they do to heal conditions. You know, it's like research. You got a phone in your hand, use that. And then start making some lifestyle changes. and adhere to the discipline. Okay, yeah, I can hear some of y'all now, especially my Christian brothers and sisters. I got Jesus. Jesus gonna take care of me. All I got to do is pray. Jesus gonna, yeah, right. See, I'm gonna have to be careful here, because I don't want to just disrespect your faith. But like I said in that other video, man, that's some straight, that's nonsense. Faith without works is dead. You can pray to Jesus all day. Jesus ain't getting ready to turn around some hypertension that you done spent the last 10 or 15 years getting. A prayer to Jesus ain't getting ready to turn around no damn diabetes that you done spent the last 5 or 10 years developing. The only thing gonna turn around that condition is some lifestyle changes. You know what I'm saying? You got to do some stuff. You gonna have to you fight for your life. You got to start fighting that condition. You got to start doing things conducive to turning around that condition. You have to start learning about what's going on with your body and how you developed it, and what do you need to do to get away with it. And believe me, just praying to Jesus ain't gonna get it. Because when you finish praying to Jesus, you're gonna have to do something. Why? Because faith without works is dead.